Well, welcome. Our name is Mark and Patricia Charters, and this is our first vlog, and this is our trip to England for the month of December 2024. We use Travelocity a lot because there are many other search engines, but we just find them to be very reliable. And we also travel out of Dulles, Washington. Again, it's a business airport, so very easy to use. This trip was from Washington to London Heathrow. Again, booked through Travelocity. England's a type of place you can just fly drive. You don't need any sophisticated bus tours. We use Hertz quite a lot. Make sure you use one of the big recognized names. Certainly don't pay before you get there. Pay on the day. Don't use lesser names. They can rip you off. But it's very easy to organise. So we went straight from Heathrow to Windsor. It's about a half-hour drive. Google Maps, excellent resource, not only for driving, but also if you're going to a city, you can just put in main attractions and it'll also organise walking tours for you. Windsor's a definite must-see. That's probably where... The following day we went into London. Always advisable to stay outside of London. The hotels are cheaper. Get an all-day pass. Uses trains and underground. It's a lot cheaper way to get in and see London. Here we are at Buckingham Palace, of course. Another must-see. Very busy day. We chose to view the changing of the guard. From here, it's a relatively easy walk, about 20 minutes. We went to the Churchill's War Rooms, also a very interesting view. It's also in the same direction as the Houses of Commons and Parliament, Big Ben. Eleven.
Downing Street.
We are Downing Street. So must see. Now, there was a protest on this day. The farmers were protesting against government policy against the noise and the tractors. You can see it's made for an entertaining day. No point felt threatened. In fact, it added to the colour display that is London town. So from here, we travel to Oxford, again using Google Drive. It's about a 45-minute journey into Oxford. We did go via Downton Abbey, or what is Highclere Castle, and just drive through. To have a quick look at that. Now, we stayed in a beautiful hotel called the Cotswold Lodge Hotel. Again, booked through Travelocity. It was in walking distance of Oxford Town Centre. That's always worth doing because a lot of cities are hard to navigate by car. Now, the first thing we did was a tour of C.S. Lewis's house, where he lived. and worked as a professor at Oxford University. I'm a particular fan of C.S. Lewis's writings, and so this was a memorable visit for me. This is where he lived with his brother for many years until his death.
So C.S. Lewis would have sat out here in the summer.
1963.
Had a cup of tea. So that was his bedroom.
Next book.
So this is an available visit. Again, all the details we can provide for you. And this is his grave. He is buried with his brother just around the corner in a local church.
Clive Staples Lewis, C.S. Lewis, and his brother Warren, both in the same grave.
Died 10 years apart. See, I'm trying to remember the name when we were in Ireland. Oh, was it?
Name of what?
the
what?
The city, the townish outside of Belfast where he was actually born.
Oh, it was on the coast, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
We went.
Let's go in church.
Here we are in Oxford Town Centre. Beautiful city, city of the dreaming spires as it's called. Here we can see the Randolph Hotel. Always worth a visit for a spot of tea in the afternoon if you get a chance. Just about to go into the Ashmolean Museum, which is free, by the way. Not much is free nowadays, but the museum you see here is. They do ask for donations, but it is a magnificent museum. This is the covered market, which again is also worth a visit, just around the corner.
Look at that. It's
Yep.
Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. Hot pies.
And here we have the grave of another great man. It's Winston Churchill.
There he is, the old fella.
This is just outside of Blenheim Palace in Woodstock. Again, about a 20-minute drive outside of Oxford City. He's
Yep.
buried in a tiny little church just outside of Oxford that you can visit with his family, including his wife and his children and parents.
Keep it living. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's his mom.
And here we have Blenheim Palace.
He's been on the run.
This is Christmas, so it was decked up rather. Christmas spirit. So if you want to see the genuine inside of the palace, then probably not going at Christmas is a good idea. Now, from Oxford we went to Stratford upon Avon, and again using Google Maps, it's about an hour's drive, and we stayed at the Doubletree by Hilton, a modern hotel, but it was right in the middle of Stratford, and again made walking very easy. Again, organised through Travelocity. Visited Shakespeare's home where he lived for many years.
From my flowery bed.
Very good English accent. Yes. Okay, and again with a bit more passion. What?
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
We're about 180 then.
Oops.
Pat, you lost?
I was researching about Canada geese and barnacle geese.
Oh, yeah. And this is the church where Shakespeare is buried.
Look quite busty, don't they?
Right in the centre of Stratford.
Large stone slabs just behind the plaques. The writing on the graves looks like it's upside down, but that's because Shakespeare's, well, the heads are all this side and the legs are the other side. Because the idea is that when you rise up from the dead, you need to be facing the altar or facing God. So people are usually buried facing kind of that direction. And that's also why if you look at the gentleman lying down behind the tree, his lying sideways because his neck's to the altar, so when he rises up, he needs to rise up like that.
Oh. Right, your underwear, Pat.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
This is his home.
My undies.
By the way,
It's supposed to look like.
that reminds me, have you found your mother?
Have it.
And then we travelled all the way to Picton Castle. This was about a 3-hour, 40-minute journey out through and into Wales. We stayed at Penwy Priory, right on the outskirts of Wales. Picton Castle, particularly beautiful castle on the outskirts of what does that say? Wales.
The portrait over the fireplace,
Right.
they're not exactly sure who that is. It was thought at one time to be Queen Elizabeth I, but
Oh, is
could
it?
possibly be Mary, Queen of Scots, or just a simple Dutch noblewoman.
Oh,
Mystery remains.
the mystery remains unsolved. We then took a trip back along the coast, all down to Bath. About a 3-hour journey. You can take your time, a particularly picturesque part of the world. Again, staying in Bath itself and then visiting the historical centre of the city.
Roman baths. Christmas tree.
That's the river coming under the building.
Yeah.
Then from Bath, using Google Maps to Stonehenge. On the outside of Stonehenge, they have a little mock-up of an old Neolithic village.
The wind,
Not
doesn't it?
very comfortable beds.
Nope.
Well, you gotta remember what they're used to sleeping on anyway.
Here's home. It's a bit like being back in America.
Oh God.
Back in North Carolina.
Oh,
Now this trip cost the two of us about $5,000 for 8 days. So you can see, if you do it yourself and you know what you're doing, it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money.
We're supposed to go
And
that
you
way.
can see the wonderful, wonderful things across the whole of Europe.